Hello, world. Welcome. My name's Regan, and I'm here just setting up and testing my YouTube studio to have a look at how this whole broadcasting thing is going to go. I'm really excited into the future to be broadcasting some of the things related to alchemy, scientific knowledge, and spiritual development. Um, what I'm really interested in doing is how to understand the modern world through both a scientific and spiritual lens. I think the two are deeply interwoven, and in particular, alchemy is about having a physical, mental, and spiritual lens through which to view our lives and the happenings around us. I think this is ever more important in the modern world to have an appreciation for scientific materialism without losing sight of sort of the mental side of, how we think, how our thoughts affect our emotions, and how our thoughts and emotions affect our actions. And that the world that we live in is a social matrix. So the minds of ourselves and our collective minds form a very crucial feature of how our world evolves. So I think not only is scientific materialism important, which has been very heavily emphasized over the last, I don't know, several decades, maybe 100 years. That's been given priority. The side of the mind is also extremely important. And I think that has been at least somewhat appreciated to some degree, but maybe still underappreciated. And then additionally, I think the spiritual element has been partly well received in some pockets and completely shunned in other pockets. And so this is why I think alchemy offers a very valuable lens for how the world is about to evolve over the next handful of years and into the foreseeable future. Taking a material, mental, and spiritual lens gives us the ability to evaluate what we're experiencing in many ways. And hopefully, when we delve into each of these thoroughly, we come to an integrated understanding of what's happening around us, what's happening inside of us, and how the internal, sort of the micro, has an effect and like a cause and effect relationship with the macro. So those are the things that I'll be talking about, and that's what the School of Alchemy is about. The School of Alchemy is also a community. We have a school group in which we meet. We have masterminds where we come together to manage our lives in the material and mentally, and seek the spiritual. So we focus on things like getting organized, being productive, making money. We also focus on things like having a vision for our life, challenging our limiting beliefs, our thoughts, figuring out how to create a mind that is powerful and focused, able to achieve things. And then on the spiritual side, we're looking to create a vision for our life that transcends us as individuals in the material plane, right? So for some, this will be God, maybe Christianity, Jesus. Others, it will be about sort of natural law, the universe. For others, still, it can be any kind of spiritual appreciation, maybe just a broad view of heaven versus hell, good versus evil, having a spiritual appreciation for the transcendent is a really important part of what we do in the School of Alchemy as well. And it sort of undergirds the physical manifestations of what we do. So we get organized so that we can be better aligned with our spiritual vision. We sort out our mind and focus on the things that bring about into the material world things from the spiritual and mental realms. And because the mind is sort of like the gateway from the spiritual into the physical, everything that comes into the material world starts as a thought in the mind, but thoughts from the mind are sort of focused out of the spiritual world. And so we need to have a relationship with spirit, a good clear, organized mind, and the ability to enact those mental concomitants into the material world, right? So, again, that's what the School of Alchemy is about. And so the broadcasts that you're going to see come from us are going to be on that vein. Some of them will be off the cuff like this. Others will be sort of closer to like an academic presentation. So what is alchemy? How does it relate to human flourishing? What are the principles of alchemy? How can we apply them in our lives, right? And others still will be masterminds, people getting together to learn and to discuss, to challenge their own beliefs and to grow. So this is really just a test broadcast for me to see how things are going to see it come out on the other end. I'm not very used to live streaming, though I'm sure it won't take me long to figure out. And so, yes, I wanted to introduce myself, introduce the ideas behind alchemy, and just get a handle and a start on this live streaming thing so that as we gain momentum, we'll be professional. We'll look good, and we will have value to add to the YouTube community. Okay, well, if you've tuned in, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm going to just write some stuff into the chat. So, hi. This is the first live broadcast. All right, I've put that into the chat, but I don't know how well that's going to update, etc. Anyway, I'm going to stop streaming now and then see how that goes.